Hello friends, Misty here with Queen Bee's Vintage. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Is everyone excited for Christmas? I know my family and I are. Well, in today's video, we are going to be taking a tour of a thrifted vignette that I have created here in my home for the holidays. What I really love about this vignette, aside from the fact that I got an amazing deal on the pieces that I use, I can use these pieces in my everyday decor, and to me that is money well spent. I know when decorating for Christmas there are pieces that we invest in that we only get to bring out once a year. What I like to try to do though is invest in pieces that I can not only use at Christmas to make my home look beautiful, but that I can use throughout the year. So I'm going to show you in today's video how I've done that, how I've created the look, and I want to talk to you about how you can create this look in your home. So there are a few Dollar Tree pieces that I have incorporated into this vignette that I did a little magic to create a more elevated look. And I am going to share that with you in a tutorial at the end of this video. So once you see the items and what I did to them, if you like that look and you want to create some of your own, stay tuned for the tutorial. But with that being said, let's get into this video. And by the way, I'm giving you a little sneak peek of my Christmas tree that I've been working on in my living room. That video will be coming soon. All right, so here is my thrifted vignette. I know I'm holding the camera the wrong way for the video format, but I just wanted to give you a full-length shot of how this turned out. I am going to give you a close-up and go over each piece and explain what I did to transform it, and just give you some fun tips on how you could achieve a look like this in your home. So let's take a closer look. Let's start with this gorgeous mirror. When filming with mirrors, it is tough due to the reflection, but I'm going to do the best I can for you today. Let's take a closer look. I was fortunate enough to find this mirror at an estate sale for $20. I was so happy about the mirror and the price, but it was really a bright brassy gold color, and I wanted to tone that down a little bit. So what I did is I took some silver and some pewter colored gilding paste and just went over the high spots of the detail to tone it down a bit, but still keeping some of that gold showing through. And I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. Oh, as you can see, I missed a spot when cleaning it. At the top of the mirror, I took a really pretty, icy, snowy, crystal looking garland and swagged it over the top, leaving one side to hang longer and keeping it shorter on the other side for a draped effect. I pulled some of these pearl garlands out of my stash. These were purchased for pennies after Christmas one year. And then I love these beautiful taper candles. Guys, these were Dollar Tree taper candles. They come just plain white in the package, and they kind of have a little bit of a cheaper or more inexpensive look to them. And I wanted to take them up a notch because I have them in this gorgeous vintage candelabra that we'll get to in just a minute. So what I did is I added some script to them and some chunky gold glitter, and it really elevated the look, and I love how they turned out. If you love how they turned out and you'd like to create some of these of your own, please stay tuned at the end of the video. I have a tutorial on how I created this look. As for the candelabra, Mom and I found this while we were out thrifting over the summer, and if you followed us for a while, you probably saw this candelabra in one of our thrift haul videos. We paid $25 for it, and upon doing some research online, I found a couple like this that were selling for $795 to $995 a piece. It is stamped that it was made in Italy, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. This will definitely be staying in the family. And what I've done is I placed my candelabra on this round beveled mirror that I also picked up at a thrift store for just a couple dollars. And these fun mirrored designer inspired coasters were created using some candle coasters that I picked up at my local Dollar Tree. And I just applied some designer inspired permanent vinyl to them. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the designer inspired look and the permanent vinyl, you can check that out in my designer inspired Chanel Christmas tree video. I will post a link to that in the description box below. But next to my candelabra, I have placed my dress form tree. Mom and I created these. We do have a video if you haven't seen it. I will also link that in the description box below. I just love how she turned out, and I think she looks great with this elegant gold sparkling vignette. And on the other side of my candelabra, I was really fortunate to find this beautiful gold nativity. And what I did is I just placed it on a black metal scalloped cake plate that I purchased a few years ago in the Target Bullseye section. I think I paid $3 for it, so very inexpensive. And I topped it with this domed cloche that I picked up at a thrift store for about $5. My lace runner that I have on top of this rounded console table was also picked up at a thrift store a couple years ago. So I'm really happy with how this vignette, thrifted vignette, turned out. As you can see, I gave it a very upscale and elegant look on a very limited budget. In total, the whole look cost well under $75. You could create a look similar to this. Either take a mirror that you may have at home. If it's not already gold, you could spray it and then add some gilding pastes. Same with the candelabra. You may have a candelabra at home or find one at a thrift store. Use some metallic spray paints to change and elevate the look of it. And as I've said, I created a tutorial for the candles so you can create some of your own if you're interested in doing that. What I also like about this vignette and the look that I created is the fact that these items can be used in my everyday decor. Of course, I'll remove the pearls and the garland and replace my beautiful nativity with something different. My dress form, I'll probably tuck her away as I have an everyday decor dress form that I've created. And of course, the designer-inspired coasters can be out year-round as well. I love the glittered effect around the edges that add a little extra touch of bling and glam. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vignette and the look that I've created. I love to inspire you guys to try new things in your home and to create elegant and beautiful looks on a budget. Okay, for today's tutorial, we are going to need 5 of these battery-operated taper candles. I purchased these at the Dollar Tree. You can also purchase battery-operated taper candles from Hobby Lobby, maybe even Michael's, but I know Hobby Lobby has them. But I think these from the Dollar Tree work just fine. You're going to want some tissue paper. I have chose this script tissue paper. This is 12 by 12 tissue paper that can be purchased in the scrapbooking section at Michael's with their open stock papers. I have bought this exact brand and paper there before, but I did score this package at Tuesday Morning for $1.99. And this is from Canvas Corp Brands. Their website I will put in the description box below in case you can't find this and you want this exact paper. But any decorative tissue paper would work that is within your taste or your decor style. We are going to use some matte Mod Podge, some Martha Stewart durable glitter finish. This is like Mod Podge, but it's Martha Stewart brand. And this has a really beautiful iridescent sparkly finish. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that on camera. If you prefer not to have a glitter finish, you can just use the Mod Podge for the entire project. I do think that Mod Podge has its own finish that has glitter in it also, if you guys can't find Martha Stewart or if you prefer to use Mod Podge brand. And I've got some gold glitter. This is a little bit chunkier than I typically would like it to be, but I think it'll work out fine for this project. And this was purchased at Hobby Lobby. It was $7.99 and I either got it on sale or used a 40% off coupon for that. And we're going to use a paintbrush. So let me open up this tissue and we'll get started. I have taken my tissue and cut it into 5 3-inch strips. As I stated before, my tissue was 12 by 12. And what I did is the candles, I only need 9 1/4 inches in length to cover the candle. And these candles, what I did to determine the length of the tissue is right here, this little knob at the bottom twists and to turn it on and off, but it will also come all the way off, and that's how you put the batteries up inside the candle. So we do not want to cover this area with glue or with tissue. So I basically measured from this line here to the top of the candle, and that's how I came up with 9 1/4 inches long. So now that I have my strips cut, I am going to start with my Mod Podge. This is a matte finish. They also make a glossy. It's entirely up to you what you prefer to use. So I'm just going to dip my brush in. You can pour this out onto a paper plate or a little paint palette if that works better for you. I'm just going to go right out of the jar and avoiding that knob, I'm going to start applying my Mod Podge directly onto my candle. And you don't want to overdo it with the Mod Podge. You just want to have a nice consistency all the way around. Make sure to get up around the top really good. Now I'm going to, let's see, make sure I have this going the right way. I'm going to lay my candle down onto the tissue. And as you can see, I'm leaving about 1/2 of an inch over here. And then I'm going to just take it and wrap it onto the candle. I'm kind of trying to smooth this small piece as I put it on, just so we don't have any big bubbles or ridges in it. There will be some wrinkling, that's kind of unavoidable, but you want to smooth it out as best you can. And then I'm going to continue rolling. Now you can see I've covered the candle, but I have this overhang. I'm just going to take my brush and put a little bit more Mod Podge on it, and I'm going to cover the area that flap will come around and lay down on so that it's nice and secure. And I'm just going to smooth it as I go here. Make sure we get that edge down nice and smooth. The thing about the wrinkles is I don't get too overly worried. They almost kind of give it a waxy looking effect. Like I said, you don't want big, huge bumps and ridges, but some wrinkling is normal. It's going to happen. I'm just smoothing it out. I'm smoothing along the seam here and making sure that that lays down nice and flat. And once you've smoothed out all of the bubbles and the large wrinkles in your seam, you're going to have what looks like this. And so I'm going to go ahead and get all of my candles to this point, and I will come back and show you the rest. Once you have all of your candles wrapped, you're going to go ahead and go in with your glittered finish, whether it's Martha Stewart or Mod Podge or some other brand that might be one of your favorites. I shook this up really good. I'm going to use just the same brush. And I'm just going to completely cover my tissue. This glitter is going to probably be really hard for you to see on camera, but I can see the sparkle, and in the evening with the lights on and everything and these glowing, I think you'll really see that sparkle shine through. So this will add that glittered effect, plus it will also be our sealer. So now that I have the glue on my candlestick, I have a paper plate. And I've got my glitter opened. And I just want to come probably about 3 inches up on the candle with the glitter. And you guys might be thinking, whoa, you're going to waste a lot of that glitter. I am not. I'm doing it over the paper plate because it makes it really easy to pour it back into the jar once we're finished. I think I might just do a little bit more. So this is the effect it's going to have. I'm going to set it aside so that it can dry. And I'll move on to the next one. So I'm going to do this for all 5 of my candles and I'll come right back. Now that I have my glitter on my candles, I'm going to let these sit and dry for about an hour, and then we will put another coat. I can either do the glitter coat with the Martha Stewart or just the Mod Podge over the glittered area so that we can seal that glitter in and it won't continue to shed or fall off of the candle. Now that my candles have dried for well over an hour, it has actually been a couple of hours, I'm gonna go back over the top of the glitter with the durable glitter finish from Martha Stewart. I am gonna pour it onto a plate this time because I don't want to contaminate my bottle with glitter, and I just made a mess. I'm gonna hold it over the paper plate that I was using earlier, and I'm kind of patting the glue onto the glitter. And I don't have much shedding, so that's good. And once I get a good coat blotted over a section of the glitter, I'll actually swipe over the top of it with my brush to thin it out and even it out. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to do super light strokes over the top of the glitter where I've just patted the glue down. And this glue will dry clear. It'll have some of the iridescent glitter finish to it, which I think will be really pretty. And once it's finished, it will look like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that to all of the candles. And I will let this dry. Sorry, the dog's hitting the tripod now. I will let this dry for a couple of hours, and then you will see them placed in the vignette. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little DIY, and it's something that you feel like you could do with some of these battery operated candles to spruce up a vignette in your home. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like what we're doing here on our channel and you'd like to follow along on this journey, please hit that red subscribe button along with that little bell next to it so that you'll be notified each time we upload a new video. We are wishing you a very magical holiday season. And until next time, bye-bye.